From Studio 10 in downtown, this is Talk About Topeka with your host, Chris Schultz.
Welcome to Talk About Topeka for our first inaugural celebratory, fun-filled, action-packed episode. I'm Chris Schultz, a guy who loves Topeka so much, I'd even be willing to climb to the top of a water tower to defend her honor. On tonight's episode, we'll sit down and talk with Vickie Brokke, President and CEO of Topeka Civic Theater and Academy. And we'll chat with Rob Briman, owner of Briman's Jewelers in downtown Topeka. So sit back, relax, hey, sit around in your underwear and watch us if you like. We won't mind. Unless you're watching us at your friend's house. Or even worse, your neighborhood sports bar. And in that case, we would be thoroughly offended if you didn't send us the footage so we could use it on our show on the air. Hey, tonight's show is brought to you by the WIBW channels, and it starts right now.
Now I see.
It's a time-honored tradition here at Talk About Topeka, in our first episode, that we salute the best of Topeka in a little segment we like to call the Topeka Top 10. Tonight's Top 10 list is a tribute to dating. It's the top 10 things to do on a date in Topeka. Number 10, see what's on stage at Topeka Civic Theater. Number 9, a romantic dinner at Paisanos. Number 8, go shopping for RVs. Unless you happen to be a lesbian and it's your second date, in which case you should rearrange your furniture and rent a U-Haul immediately. I knew John would like that. He loves those lesbians. Number 7, go ice skating at the zoo. Number 6, have a romantic dinner at the Row House restaurant. Number 5, swing by Randy's Kegger. Woo! Number 4, check out the dueling pianos at the Office 2. Number 3, roofies. Number 2, unwind with the blues at Uncle Bo's. Number 1, pop open a bottle of bubbly and watch Talk About Topeka Tuesday nights at 9:30 on My TV. We've got a great show for you. Our Topeka Tycoon segment is up next.
Get me some money. You had a plenty money, money, do get me some money, money, had a money, money, do get me some money.
Rob, thanks for joining us here.
You're welcome, Chris.
Appreciate you coming along on our maiden voyage here for Talk About Topeka.
I appreciate being asked.
Thank you very much. Well, you are, your last name is Briman, and many people are going to know the name Briman because Briman's been a long-standing tradition name here in Topeka for jewelry.
Three generations.
So tell me a little bit about how your family got involved with jewelry.
My grandfather, who started the company, moved to Topeka in the early 1900s and started business in the 500 block of Kansas Avenue. And that's where it all began.
Wow.
My dad and my uncle joined the company in the 40s, and my cousin and myself, who operate it today, joined in 1979.
Wow.
So 32 and a half years down the road for me.
That is a long, you know, there are several names that were in business for a long time in Topeka, and you guys have really stood the test of time. I mean, that's proof positive. So congratulations on all of that.
Thank you.
So how does it play? I'm in a family business myself, but what do you say, like, as a family business, what does that do? How does it affect you growing up?
Well, I've been around Kansas Avenue my entire life. I wasn't groomed to go into the jewelry business when I was a kid. I was 22 years old when my dad had a sales opening in the store, and the rest is history. But
yeah.
No, it wasn't something that was planned out all along.
Cool.
But being around the avenue, running around Kansas Avenue, I certainly have been familiar with our business my entire life.
So you talk about Kansas Avenue, and that really is where your business started. You guys were at Westridge Mall for quite some time, but you guys pulled out of there. So tell me a little bit about that.
Westridge Mall was an expansion of our business. Downtown Topeka has always been the hub and the home of Briman's Jewelers. If you think back to March of 1988 when Westridge opened, new and exciting things for our community, we felt that it was essential for us to expand our company and have a presence both downtown and at Westridge.
Sure, absolutely. And so you've decided now that downtown's where it's at? Is that where you decided to come back home? And I mean, you've been here all the time.
Has always been it for us.
Yeah.
Westridge ran its course. We were there for 22 years, and the numbers just were no longer feasible, and so we closed the store 2 years ago, consolidated back to our downtown location.
Well, and the quality of merchandise that you guys sell is really amazing. And
Thank
so to know that that's what you've got, people will definitely come to you, especially if they're coming in downtown Topeka, because that's really closer to everyone in Topeka than Westridge was anyways.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. So what do you think about what's going on in downtown Topeka today? All of the talks of redevelopment?
I'm thrilled and excited. I think that we've got more energy and excitement brewing downtown than we have had for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
There's a lot of young people like yourself making financial investments in buying your own building down here, and you guys have been really a fantastic addition, I think, to the downtown movement.
Thank you for. I mean, and it's something that I knew when I got in business. I wanted to be downtown as well. I just felt like there was. When I was a little kid, but it was before Westridge was ever there, and it was really exciting to me to be able to come downtown, because I used to shop down here, and I remember when Macy's, Dillard's, the department store was down here, and Montgomery Ward's, it was instead of the police department, that's what it was. And I remember spending a lot of time as a kid downtown, and I knew that when I had the opportunity to get into business, I wanted to do it downtown. And it was at a time when everybody was saying, you're an idiot for going downtown. And now I've noticed that people's opinions have changed. Have you kind of noticed that same thing as well? Yeah.
I absolutely have.
Yeah.
I think the excitement in the air is, like I said a minute ago, higher and greater than it has been for 30+ years.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really excited about it, and it's so nice to know that you guys are our neighbors right down the street over here, and I'm so glad you could come on the show with us today.
Well, thank you.
We have one segment that we have to do. We can't let you leave until we do it. It is our lightning round.
All right.
This is to give people a really up close and personal view of Rob Briman here with our random questions. First, are you ready to put 60 seconds on the clock? And go. What do you think of traffic in Topeka?
Not bad. You can get anywhere fast.
Good answer. Number 2, what was the last time you visited the Capitol building?
It's only been a few months.
Very good, very good. Number 3, what's your favorite thing to do on a Friday night in Topeka?
A little more difficult. I'm kind of a homebody. We enjoy going home. My wife and I, we've got a dog that we love. We spend a lot of time at home, and during the summertime, you can always find us at the lake.
Absolutely, very good. Number 4, what's your favorite local restaurant?
Field of Greens, for sure.
Excellent. Number 5, what was the last big name show you saw in Topeka?
We go to TCT, so I mean that's local. So I mean, if you're talking big name, TPAC has had some performances, but
quite a few of them. Very good. That is our 60 seconds is up. Thank you very much for joining us today, Rob.
Thank you, Chris.
Please come back and join us, and we'll talk more about Briman some other time.
Sounds good.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's your favorite thing to do on a Friday night?
I'm a mom of 3. We stay at home with the kids, so not much.
Hockey.
Hockey.
Love hockey.
Roadrunner action, all right.
My favorite thing to do on a Friday night is just hang out with the family at home.
Take my baby out. Yeah.
Where do you go?
I like the dinner theater shows. The picture was
Oh, you don't have to say it. Okay.
No, I
I'll
do.
I'll go with like what you would do if we weren't here. All right.
What would we do if we were here? Probably Moose is good.
Yeah, invest limits.
Very good.
Lay in bed with my cats and watch TV. get a pre-bedtime nap in so that, I'm ready to sleep on Saturday morning.
Well, what used to be my favorite thing on a Friday night isn't anymore because now I have 2 small kids.
Yeah.
So when I was during college years, I would say probably just go hang out with friends. Now probably my favorite thing to do is maybe take the kids to the park. It's warm enough. It's been pretty warm, so we try to go every now and then. Used to rent a movie. It's hard to watch movies with 2 small kids anymore, so maybe watch a little bit of Netflix here and there, or maybe visit some family. But we like to go do something. Typically on Friday nights, no matter what, even though we do have small kids, we definitely go eat out somewhere.
Cool.
Don't want to be cooking at home.
Yeah. Vickie, Brokke, thank you for joining us here today.
Chris, it's such an honor to be here. Thank you.
We're glad to have you, absolutely. Vickie is with Topeka Civic Theater and Academy. Vickie, would you just give us a little bit of information about what TCTA is?
That's one of my favorite things to do, is to talk about Topeka Civic Theater and Academy. We, in my humble opinion, are a jewel in the crown of Topeka. We're a live dinner theater. As a matter of fact, we are the oldest continuous dinner theater in the nation, 76 seasons, and looking forward to 76 more at least.
All here in Topeka. Yeah.
Right here in Topeka. We have deep roots, wonderful volunteers that have made sure that we've always been here and we're here to stay. In addition to our live theater, we also have an academy, which I'm finding is a best kept secret in Topeka. We have a marvelous academy for people of all ages.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and it's been so great. I mean, I've been born and raised here to see, at least from my very short time in this world in Topeka, how much it's really grown. I mean, when I remember it, it was over in North Topeka in an old building that you had to maybe wait an hour for a train to get to, and the community's really come together and pulled that together, and now it's just an amazing facility with some really amazing results.
It is. We're so pleased to be in the building we're in and to be able to call it home, but one of my favorite times of the whole year is when it's alive with children. We have after school academies, we have a summer camp, and when those halls, the old Gage School halls, are ringing with laughter, it's a wonder to see.
Absolutely. I know I can tell you that the youth means so much to the community. I think if you can embrace them in an artistic way and get them involved in things, I know for myself, Topeka Civic Theater was the reason that I actually stayed in Topeka after high school, just because it was one of those things that you feel family. I mean, you have a sense, everybody has their own family, but that place just made me take a piece of Topeka and realize that this was my home, and if I ever moved away, I would really miss it. And I think that was a really valid piece that I got, which made me stay here and do what I did in Topeka. And just to see it grow, whether or not I'm so busy right now to be able to do things or not, it's really amazing to see all of the work that's been going on.
Well, you are a true community leader, so it's a success story for Topeka Civic Theater to be able to say that you're here because of them, because you are a true leader, you're a business owner, and we're lucky to have you in the community.
Oh, stop. But thank you very much. So what got you involved with Topeka Civic Theater?
Well, I've been a patron for as long as my family's lived here. We've enjoyed the theater. And when I found out there was an opportunity to be able to have fun there every day, I jumped at the opportunity and feel very, very blessed that the board of directors gave me the nod.
Absolutely. It is a family there. The staff, the volunteers. I mean, talk a little bit about the volunteers maybe. That's something that I think is absolutely amazing. All the volunteer work that goes on at the theater.
It is very amazing. And I've been in nonprofit now for most of my career, so I thought I knew a few things. But when I got to Topeka Civic Theater and I found out we have over 600 active volunteers. That's just not names on a piece of paper. That's active people every day.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it without the volunteers.
It's a big family. It is all 600 of those people. It's like they all know each other. It really is like it's a big tight-knit group.
It is, and when something good happens to one person, everyone celebrates. If someone happens to stub their toe, there's 599 other people out there to help them.
There's a lot of stage moms offering a Band-Aid.
Yeah. That's exactly right. At our volunteer awards last year, we tried to quantify, if possible, the value of our volunteers, and we would have to triple our staff, but by using GuideStar, we said, well, what is the value? And it's over $1.5 million of donated time every year.
Wow.
And that's a true gift to our community.
Well, that means that you're valued here in Topeka, and that people know that by being a part of it, they're really adding to the community. So
absolutely, and it gives people a creative outlet. I say that our doctors that are on stage are better doctors during the day because of their outlet at the theater at night, or the teachers or the construction workers. It's a wonderful place.
Wow. Well, Vickie, thank you for joining us today. And I can't let you get by without doing a time-honored tradition here. It's our first episode, of course, so it's time-honored. We're doing our 60-second lightning round. This is where I take a whole bunch of random questions and ask you the questions, and you just throw me the answer that comes to the top of your head first, all right?
Oh, boy.
All right. Here we go. We have 60 seconds on the clock, and ready. What do you think of the traffic in Topeka?
Livable.
Livable, good. When was the last time you visited the Capitol building?
2 years ago.
Excellent. What's your favorite thing to do on a Friday night?
Go to Topeka Civic Theater and Academy.
Good answer. What's your favorite local restaurant?
Blue Moose.
Very good answer. All right. Name the last big-name show you saw in Topeka.
Last night I was at rehearsal of Avenue Q.
Avenue Q at Topeka Civic Theater. Very good, very good. What is your favorite community theater in Topeka?
Topeka Civic Theater and Academy.
Ding, 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 ding. Very good. And what is, on a scale of 1 to 10, rate my hair?
11.5.
Ah, yes. All right. And what did you have for lunch today?
I'm going to go downstairs right now and have lunch at my favorite cafe.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes, the break room or Field of Greens, whichever one you'd like to pick.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Vickie. That does it for our segment. And really, please, keep coming back with us and updating us on what's going on at Topeka Civic Theater. We'd really appreciate it.
Thank you for all you do.
I appreciate you coming. Thank you very much.
We've all seen The Schultz Show, but we've never seen anything like what they have planned this April. It's The Schultz Show Live 3D Spectacular.
Compared to other cities, what do you think of traffic in Topeka?
It's not bad except for rush hour traffic and people don't know how to drive in Topeka.
It's not bad at all. I've been to a lot of big cities and it's a lot worse.
I think it's present, and I think if you try and go along Topeka Boulevard at rush hour, you're gonna be upset. Or want to make her on the weekends, you're gonna have trouble. But other than that, it's not bad.
Compared to other cities, I think it's pretty light. I mean, it's gotten worse on I-70, especially around the Wanamaker exit. And it has been backing up a lot more lately than it has in the past several years. So it seems to be getting worse, but compared to other cities, it's pretty good.
It doesn't seem to be too bad. I mean, there's times more rush hour after
It's the big people.
Wanamaker, traffic. Overall,
compared to other cities, I don't think it's that bad. I've been several places, been on a lot of vacations. Atlanta, Texas. Last place I went was down probably towards Portland there. And traffic compared to those places, we got to get back to get like 15 minutes from one side of the next, 15, 20 minutes at most.
A big thanks to Vickie Brokke from Topeka Civic Theater and Rob Briman of Briman's Jewelers. Thanks so much for joining us today on TalkAboutTopeka.com. This episode was sponsored by the WIBW channels, Kansas News Leader, except for us, of course. We want you to talk about Topeka. Make your own videos on YouTube under a minute in length and visit our website at TalkAboutTopeka.com and send it to us there. If your video doesn't prove that you need Prozac, we might just put it on our show. For a complete listing of events in the capital city, sign up for the Topeka newsletter on our website. Good night to all of our viewers, and an extra special good night to all of our viewers who are doing it right now. I'm Chris Schultz. Until next week, remember, keep talking about Topeka. It's the top 10 things to do on a date in Topeka. I said Topeka, I can't have that. That's ridiculous. Topeka? Topeka. It's hot in Topeka.